the Reformer building.
Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of In the Kitchen with Baker Girl. Thank you, Jesus. It is another beautiful day, and today I want to take you guys along with me on a road trip to go visit some of my family. I started up very early on a Sunday morning. Actually, it was pitch black when I left, so I didn't film anything because it was nothing really to see that early in the morning. But I am traveling to Washington, D.C. to go visit my cousins up there. And along the way, I managed to film just a few glimpses of some of the mountains passing through Virginia on the eastern side of Virginia. This is a beautiful sunrise. Thank you, Jesus. Spoiled by my windshield, of course. I promise I washed the windshield several times because the pollen is quite thick in our area. So I started out with a clean windshield, but you can still see that beautiful, glorious sunrise. And the day was promising to be pretty. There I'm passing through Culpeper, Virginia. And of course, you got to make a stop somewhere. So I stopped at a tiny but cute little rest stop along the way. And of course, at a rest stop, the old ones, you always have a map that shows your location and just a general map of whatever state you are in. Stopped at Wawa's and got a coffee. Didn't get anything to eat, but I did take just a tiny glimpse of some of the pastries they have in their pastry case. And of course, they have all kinds of food and snacks and all that sort of stuff. I just needed a coffee. So, of course, I grabbed my coffee. I'm not a massive fan of Stop Shop food, so I generally avoid it. But, I mean, it's fun. I loved it when I was a little girl. So, of course, passing on and heading towards Washington, D.C. So when I got there, big hugs to my cousin. She had these delicious bagels. She actually asked me, what do you want to eat? And of course, a bagel, of course. So there were cinnamon bagels, poppy seed, and everything. And they were delicious. Then, of course, she treated me to these babka bites. One is lemon. The other one is cinnamon and apple, and the other one was chocolate, and they were delicious. Made by Kohlreis Bakery in DC. I can highly recommend them. They have delicious pastries. My cousin Debbie offered to take us around to some of the places, and of course to pick up some more food. So my cousin chauffeured us around town, which I appreciate, because DC traffic is no joke. Even on a Sunday, it was packed. And of course, I had to get a glimpse of these row houses. Something living far out in the mountains I am not used to. Even coming from Atlanta, row houses were not a thing. But apparently up there it is. And of course, there's a tiny glimpse of the Capitol. And we went to this restaurant called Ben's Chili. Apparently has been there for who knows how long. Well, actually, I do know. It was founded in 1958 by Ben, a guy named Ben and his wife. My dad used to eat here when he lived in D.C., when he was a young man many years ago. This was like a favorite stop of his. So when my cousin said, do you want to go down to Ben's Chili? She was like, you remember Ben's Chili? So, of course, we had to go to Ben's Chili. And their food, they're cooking it right in front of you. And they have these gigantic, delicious beef hot dogs. They have chili. They have fries. They have milkshakes. And what I really like, they have vegetarian and vegan options. So if you don't eat meat, you can still have a delicious hot dog. And my cousin was asking me, what do you want to eat? What do you want to eat? And I told her, I don't know, because I don't eat at places. Like, I'm not an eating out person. You all know I'm making it at home. But I was like, kind of like a deer in the headlights. Like, I don't know. So I ended up getting a jumbo beef hot dog with turkey chili and the largest order of fries I think I have. I can't exactly say I've ever seen, but it was a lot of fries, and everything is cooked fresh right in front of you. The place was jam-packed when we went. I mean, like, there was barely just enough room for your feet. And I mean that literally, just enough room for your feet. Because you can also sit and eat as well as do takeout. We chose to do takeout because there just really wasn't a ton of room for sitting. And I wanted to try their milkshakes. I did not, but I wanted to. They have a eating area right outside, a patio area. And then they also have the bars at the lunch counter where you can sit, which I'm assuming is very traditional, especially for a restaurant started back in the 50s. And it was just a treat to watch these people work, and they were taking orders. Everybody was calm. There was no shouting, no chaos. They were very friendly, and we really enjoyed ourselves. Even though we didn't get to sit, we really enjoyed ourselves. And I like places like this, old-timey places. It's been in the family for many years. There is a glimpse of their lunch counter. And they have this wall showing all the different notable people who visited over the years. They have another sitting area, which I'm assuming is like for overflow. So we got our food, and we headed out the door, headed back to my cousin's house. And, of course, I took a few more glimpses and a few more pictures of various places along the way. And there's the outside sitting patio area for overflow. It was a little bit rainy and cool. Not rainy, but cloudy and overcast that day. So most of the people chose to sit inside. Here is this very interesting wall with different schools and students' names written on the wall, which I thought was very interesting. And this is a quiet down version of the traffic going past. So there's a glimpse of the food. There is the fries, the beef chili hot dog. My cousin treated me to a corned beef Reuben, which was delicious and one of the largest sandwiches, I have to confess, I've ever seen. It was huge, delicious, packed with corned beef. And of course, this absolutely delicious chicken noodle soup. I have to confess, I think this is probably the best soup I have ever eaten, and I'm throwing all of my soups in that ever pile because this was so delicious, that it was so flavorful. It was just really one of the best soups I've eaten. And of course, I had my babka bites with a cup of coffee. I didn't eat the whole container at once. I'm going to ration them out, but they were delicious and quite a treat for a baker to eat something that somebody else made that was actually very good. And I couldn't criticize, except for they were a little small, but they're babkas, so you may not wish to eat a large one. And also these delicious chocolate rugelach. They were delicious too. I have not had the chocolate ones before. So this was a real treat. And we drove on back to my cousin's house to pick up my bags and things and head out. There is a glimpse of the monument far away in the distance. We got a sneak peek of that. And I hope you guys stay tuned because in my next video, I actually managed to talk my cousins into filming a baker's tips video with me. They are also bakers, and they agreed to share some of their best baking tips with you guys. So that will be coming up in my next video. So don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss their tips. These ladies have been baking for many years, and I'm very glad to be able to bring some of their tips to you guys as well. So I hit the road after many hugs and goodbyes and headed on my way home. I had a great time visiting my family, and I hope you guys enjoyed coming along with me and seeing what I ate in a day while visiting relatives in DC. Thank you, Jesus. I am finally home. Thank God, made it home safely out of all of the DC traffic and busyness. And thank you guys for watching this vlog. I hope you enjoy the sights and coming along with me on this little trip to go visit my family. Please don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you did. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And the good Lord willing, I will see you guys again in another video. Take care, y'all. Bye.